Whether or not you love animals, it's hard to resist pictures or videos of baby animals. This is particularly true of species that stand out for their unique beauty and behaviour. However, an animal's popularity and memorability are not solely determined by its physical appearance. Many animals are also admired for their habits and behaviour, or the way they interact with their environment. Welcome to Random Channel. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to receive regular updates. I hope you enjoy the video. Against the backdrop of pristine Arctic snow, a mature polar bear emerges slowly from her den after months of isolation. After pausing for a few moments to scan her surroundings, she steps out onto the snow-covered landscape. Whether she is grooming herself or simply readjusting to the outside world, these first moments outside the den signal the end of a long winter. Moments later, a tiny cub emerges from the same opening, one of the most vulnerable yet endearing creatures of the Arctic. It follows its mother and sibling instinctively as they experience the outside world for the first time. Although they are unsteady on their feet and uncertain of their surroundings, they stay close to their mother, relying on her for warmth, protection, and food. In preparation for leaving the den, the mother gradually reduces nursing during the final days inside, encouraging the cubs to build strength and prepare for life in the harsh environment outside. In their early days outside, the cubs remain close to her as their bodies adapt to the extreme cold and their thick insulating fur develops. She continues to protect and guide them, allowing them to play and interact while keeping them safe and warm. The cubs are usually weaned at around 1.5 years of age, but they may remain with their mother for up to 2 or 2.5 years. During this time, they learn the essential survival skills needed to live in the Arctic. The fennecfox is easily recognized by its large ears, striking eyes, and sandy-colored fur. These features help it to blend perfectly into its desert habitats in North Africa, the Sahara, and parts of the Arabian Peninsula. It is also Algeria's national animal, and the inspiration behind the nickname of the Algerian national football team, the Desert Foxes. This small fox is one of the most agile animals in its environment. Its large ears help it to regulate its body temperature and to detect the movement of prey such as rodents that are hidden underground. The smallest member of the canid family, it measures up to 31 centimeters in length, stands at about 20 centimeters at the shoulder, and weighs between 700 grams and 1.5 kilograms. Fennec foxes breed between January and April. The female usually gives birth to an average litter of 4 pups. At birth, the young are blind and completely dependent on their mother. While the mother remains the primary caregiver, the father may assist indirectly by helping to provide food. The pups are weaned at around 2 to 3 months of age and reach full maturity at around 10 months. Due to their striking appearance and small size, fennec foxes are sometimes kept as exotic pets, although their wild nature makes them challenging to care for properly. Penguins are among the world's most famous and beloved flightless birds. Their unique waddling walk, short wings, and endearing appearance mean they are widely considered to be among the cutest animals, whether they are young or old. They have also become more popular thanks to cartoons and films, especially among children. There are around 18 species of penguin, most of which are found in the southern hemisphere. The emperor and king penguins are among the most well known. Although penguins are familiar to many people, their chicks look quite different from the adults. They have soft fur-like feathers that are light grey or white, and they only develop the black colouring on their backs and wings after their first year. However, some dark markings may appear on their heads and beaks while they are still young. Despite their popularity, penguin chicks face many challenges. Their fathers are among the most dedicated parents in the animal kingdom, but they must leave their young for long periods to search for food at sea. During this time, the chicks gather in groups within the colony, keeping warm by jumping and playing together. These lively gatherings can become noisy and chaotic, sometimes disturbing the adult penguins. Occasionally, an adult will gently use its beak to quiet a chick so that the colony can rest and conserve energy until the parents return with food. The joy experienced by an elephant family at the birth of a calf is very similar to that seen in human families. The newborn calf receives constant attention from the females in the herd, who help to care for it. Young calves also interact and play with the baby. Around 99% of wild elephants give birth at night. Researchers believe that this helps to protect the newborn from predators and provides a quieter and safer environment in which to give birth. In its first days, the elephant calf has poor vision and recognizes its mother mainly through sound, touch, and scent. During this early stage, it cannot fully control its trunk, moving it clumsily from side to side and sometimes stepping on it. It may also put its trunk in its mouth and suck on it, in a manner similar to human babies sucking their thumbs. For the first 4 months, the calf drinks more than 10 litres of milk a day. Gradually, it begins to eat plants while still nursing. Weaning usually occurs around the age of 2, when the calf becomes more independent. However, in some cases, this process may take slightly longer. With its bushy tail, striking markings, and distinctive reddish-brown coat, the red panda is hard to resist, especially when it is young. Although it shares its name with the giant panda, the two species differ greatly in size and appearance. Red pandas are much smaller and are often compared to domestic cats. They rarely exceed 10 kilograms, whereas giant pandas can weigh up to 140 kilograms. Despite these differences, both animals share a preference for bamboo and inhabit similar high-altitude forest habitats. Red pandas are found in the mountains of Nepal, northern Myanmar and central China. One of their most endearing features is their bushy tail, which they use to wrap around themselves like a blanket to keep warm in cold conditions. These animals are solitary by nature. Females typically give birth to 1 to 4 cubs in spring or early summer. The young remain in tree nests under their mother's care for around 3 months, while the father plays no part in raising them. At birth, the cubs look quite different to how they will look later on. They are covered in thick fur and have nearly closed eyes and ears. As they grow, they gradually develop their characteristic colouring and well-known, adorable appearance. Some people admire dogs for their loyalty and traditional roles in herding and guarding. Even those who are afraid of dogs find it hard to resist the cuteness of puppies. One of the most striking breeds, particularly when young, is the chowchow. With its fluffy coat and round face, it can easily be mistaken for a toy when standing still. Originally from northern China, this medium-sized breed typically weighs between 25 and 32 kilograms and reaches about 50 centimeters in height at the shoulder when fully grown. Chowchows are known for their strong independence and dignified nature. Unlike many other dogs, they can be left alone for long periods without much distress. However, this independence can make them challenging to train as they can be stubborn. They're also not naturally sociable, especially with children or other dogs, and require early training and socialization. Despite these challenges, the chowchow remains a unique and fascinating breed, admired for its distinctive appearance and personality. The panda is a captivating animal, known for its beauty and gentle nature. Watching a panda can feel almost surreal, as they appear so charming and childlike. Interestingly, pandas can seem even more adorable when they are angry than when they are calm. They may roll on the ground or tap their heads, seemingly expressing frustration in a playful way. During their first year or two, pandas are not very good at climbing trees. However, despite their large size, often exceeding 100 kilograms, adult pandas become highly capable climbers and are also excellent swimmers. While young pandas tend to avoid water, their mothers encourage them to enter it to help them stay clean and gradually learn to swim. Bamboo is one of the panda's favourite foods, and cubs begin eating it at around 6 months old alongside their mother's milk. They usually continue nursing until they are 8 or 9 months old. Overall, the panda is a fascinating animal, combining strength with clumsiness and undeniable charm. And that's all for this episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.